Okay, I think we are ready to begin. Good evening. I am Suzanne Del Gizzo. I'm a professor of English and chair of the Center for Integrated Humanities. I want to welcome you to this special event. It's our 2022 induction ceremony for the honor societies in our center. Phi Sigma Iota, the Honor Society for Foreign Language and Literature, Lambda Pi Eta, the Honor Society for Media and Communication, Sigma Tau Delta, the Honor Society for English Literature, and Theta Alpha Kappa, the Honor Society for Religious Studies. It is always a great pleasure to attend this ceremony, which gives our community, and especially our faculty, the opportunity to recognize and celebrate the work of our amazing students. But of course, I think we all know that this year it is particularly special because we are able to gather again in person. So it is so lovely to see family and friends here to support our students and to celebrate with them. Our plan for the evening is simple. After this welcome, we will introduce the guest speaker and then induct the members of the new societies into their respective honor society, and then we have a celebration. So I am now pleased to welcome Sarah Walker, incoming Lambda Pi Eta president, who will introduce this evening's speaker, Aida Bopiet.
Sorry, guys. Thanks. Aida Bopiet is a professor of Spanish at Chestnut Hill College, where she's been teaching language, literature, and culture since 2005. Her main areas of academic interest are Spanish American poetry and Cuban studies, and we're so glad to have her here today as she will be retiring soon. So let's hear it for Aida.
I understand that I can take this off. I was tested 3 hours ago. I'm negative. So thank you to the members of the Honor Societies for inviting me here today. And congratulations, and thank you for being here, to all the students whose hard work brought them here today. I know that some of you are not graduating this year, right? But some of you will graduate in a relatively short amount of time. This means that you and I are at different stages in our lives. I am concluding my professional career. You are soon or soon enough about to embark in yours. So I would like to offer you a brief reflection on what I hope may serve as guidance in your future careers. The advice that I'm about to give you may seem a little bit inappropriate, perhaps, for the cheering purpose of this talk. At this time of the year, the end of an academic year, in many of the ceremonies that are given in schools, colleges, and universities, speakers often encourage students to excel, to be the very best. And yet, today I'm not going to urge you to be the best. On the contrary, my advice to you is avoid trying to be the best. And obviously this requires an explanation. I am guessing that most of you have probably encountered, explicitly or subliminally, someone who earnestly recommends you to not only be better, but to be better than all others around you, to be the best. You may remember that the slogan of the former First Lady, Melania Trump, was "Be Best." That slogan was part of a public awareness campaign that advocated against cyberbullying. Since the main objective of her campaign was to bring awareness to the destructive consequences of attacking others online, often children attacking other children, it is significant to me that she did not use slogans such as "be considerate," Be respectful. The use of the superlative invites us to notice that the general spirit of her message, just like her husband's, Make America Great Again, is in tune with the political and social philosophy of individualism. As you know, individualism is a philosophy that, although born in England, has been used to describe some of the main attributes that are valued in American culture: self-reliance, personal independence, the idea that although all individuals are equal, some will inevitably distinguish themselves from the rest. Those that are perceived as the best are cultural heroes. Sometimes they are superheroes, and we know that America has given to the world a pantheon of superheroes, right? This is only a handful of them. There are many. And we even have non-human superheroes. By now, you have learned that the cult of heroes is ancient in human history, and that it has been present in cultures all over the world, even cultures that are less individualistic than ours in the West. So this is just some examples. So why, you may ask, am I advising you to avoid the path of the hero? It isn't heroism that I am encouraging you to avoid. It is the message of duality, of separation, that is often carved in the narratives of the hero's journey. Of course, we should admire and emulate the greatness of those whose acts of heroism were not achieved because they felt superlatively different from the rest, but on the contrary, because they were compelled by their profound sense of kinship and connection with others. The notion that each individual is separate from everyone and everything is very old. In his book, The Tao of Physics, Christoph Capra goes back to ancient Greece, where two schools of thinkers attempted to explain our place in the universe. During the 6th century BC, the school of the Malaysians shared with ancient Indian and Chinese philosophy the idea that we are part of a unity that contains and transcends opposing forces. Today's quantum physics corroborate the basic insights of those ancient sages. We are indeed interconnected, and the notion that we are isolated entities is incorrect. There is no empty space between us, but a vast magnetic field in which we dwell, intimately connected with everything there is. In the words of Dr. Jill Bolte Taylor, we are the life force power of the universe with manual dexterity. Just like that quote. It is impossible to know how we would have evolved if the Milesians' worldview had persisted. However, we do know that by the 5th century BC, the idea of our interconnectedness was challenged and demolished by the thinkers of the Eleatic school, from whom we received a worldview that favors duality, separation, difference, binary oppositions, an idea of time reduced to linear progress and thus emptied of presence. And with all of that, inevitably, the cult of the individual. I won't deny that the misperception of ourselves as isolated entities in a vast and frightful universe has propelled us in a path of extraordinary advances and discoveries. And here are some of those consequential inventions. Some of the consequences are not so good. You know, like the guillotine, the writing may lead you to the guillotine. But of course, the science of vaccines, my favorite, Novocaine. I am so grateful to science every time I go to the dentist. But of course, again, the double edge of these inventions, something that connects us can also serve to separate us. So I am grateful for these discoveries, and this is why I am not advocating a sense of nostalgia for what could have been. I do lament more and more impatiently every day why it is taking us so long to rectify such major misperception. This is why, if your idea of greatness is predicated on the notion of your separateness, my advice is don't aspire to be the best. Giving up a sense of worth that depends on your superlative difference doesn't mean giving up the fact that you are great. In fact, I invite you to think of yourselves as great pieces within an unfathomable puzzle. This perception may be very handy if or when you encounter rejections. Someone doesn't want to date you. He or she is not the piece that matches you within the inscrutable puzzle. You didn't get the job you wanted. This is not where you belong at this moment in time. I promise you that your experience will be more joyful and fruitful if you direct your efforts to finding the places where you belong. My wish for you today is that at each state in your life's journey, you will know that you are successful when your experience of time is full of joy. The joy of your connectedness to all the great little fragments of the mysterious puzzle. Those little but indispensable fragments whose own experiences will be enriched by your arrival. Thank you very much.
Aida, thank you so much for those comments, especially as we come back together. It is so nice to be reminded of our connectedness and the ways that through our connectedness, we make ourselves stronger. So thank you for that. And now we begin our official ceremonies. For Lambda Pi Eta, I invite Dr. Nora Madison to the podium.
Welcome, everyone, and thank you, Aida. I don't believe it's only the young graduates who need such reminders of great messages. It is a pleasure to have you with us here today, and we will begin the Lambda Pi Eta Phi Delta chapter, part of our induction ceremony. Lambda Pi Eta is the National Honor Society in Communication and was founded in 1985 to recognize outstanding students in the study of communication. Today, there are over 600 chapters of Lambda Pi Eta nationwide. Lambda Pi Eta and its represented Greek letters symbolize what Aristotle described in his book, Rhetoric, as the three modes of persuasion: lambda for logos, meaning logic; pi for pathos, relating to emotion; and eta for ethos, defined as character, credibility, and ethics. To be eligible for membership, students must have declared an interest in the field of communication and have achieved a high level of academic excellence. Students must have a grade point average of at least 3.25 in their communication courses and a GPA of at least 3.0 overall and be in the upper 35% of their graduating class. I now invite Emily Slater, our current president of Lambda Pi Eta, to distribute certificates to our newest members. When I call your name, please stand and come up to receive your certificate. Jonathan Almonte. Thank you. Vanessa Caballero. Marina Favaccia. Dylan Strauss. Sarah Walker. John Wright. Now, stay put for just a second. It is my pleasure to welcome our newest members. I will read the oath of membership, and then you will all respond by saying, I do. As newly inducted members of Lambda Pi Eta, do you accept the challenge to maintain the high academic and leadership standards set forth by the organization and to serve as examples for the achievement of excellence in the field of communication? And do you promise to work toward the achievement of the goals as set down by the national policies and procedures of Lambda Pi Eta? I now present to you the newly inducted members of the Phi Delta chapter of Lambda Pi Eta. Will the faculty, administration, family members, and friends please join us in welcoming these new members? I think we got that. And now I will turn the roll over.
Okay, so now I invite Dr. Carmen Rogers on behalf of Phi Sigma Iota.
Thank you. Phi Sigma Iota is an international honor society that recognizes outstanding accomplishment in the study or teaching of the academic fields related to foreign language, literature, and cultures. Members are required to major or minor in one of the above fields, have a minimum overall GPA of B, and have completed at least one course at the 200 level or above. They must also rank in the top 35% of their class. It is now my pleasure to invite Farida Musli Ferraggi, Vice President of this chapter, to address the French candidates. Farida.
Hi, everyone. I would like to invite the two candidates for tonight, Carlota Garcia Arguelles and Alessandra Sistrunk. You can. From the Middle Ages to the 21st century, French and Francophone writers and philosophers such as Blaise Pascal, Jean-Baptiste Poquelin, known as Molière, Jean-Paul Sartre, Léopold Sédar Senghor, Fatou Diome, Jacques Roumain, Assia Djebar, and Mariam Abba have expressed the beautiful, told stories, sparked revolutions, redefined identities, questioned the unquestionable, defied authorities, made audiences laugh, uncovered social injustices, and dreamed of a new, just, and peaceful world. Le français est l'une des langues officielles de l'Organisation des Nations Unies et des Jeux olympiques. C'est aussi l'une des plus belles langues parlées par environ 300 millions de personnes à travers le monde. Do you need me to translate? French is one of the official languages of the United States and of the United Nations. Should be the United States too. Yeah. It's one of the official languages of the United Nations and the Olympics. About 300 million people in the world speak this beautiful language. We invite you to receive Carlota, and Alessandra, Dr. Rogers, if you would like, please give them their certificates. Alessandra, félicitations. Congratulations. Carlota, félicitations. Congratulations. Yep. And now I invite Alana Ziegler to address the Russian candidate.
Hello. I welcome Carlota Garcia Arguelles. You have become part of the great Russian epic dating back to the foundation of Rus in the 9th century. Literature and the arts embody the story. Icons point a path to deep spirituality through suffering and resurrection. The Firebird and Baba Yaga symbolize light and darkness. Pushkin and Pasternak captured the Russian spirit in verse. Gogol, Dostoevsky, Tolstoy, and Solzhenitsyn teach us compassion for the poor and marginalized in society and call us to freedom. Русские учения делают много замечательных открытий и великие важные изменения историю. Русский танец, музыка и балет известны во всем мире, и много артистов выступают в стране и за рубежом. That means Russian scientists have produced world-shaking discoveries and great leaders have changed the course of history. Russian dance, music, and ballet are known the world over, and many artists continue to perform at home and abroad. May you continue these traditions. Pozdravляю, Carlota. I now invite Dr. Carmen Rogers to induct the new members to Phi Sigma Iota.
As new inductees of Phi Sigma Iota, do you agree that the study of foreign languages contributes to peace and understanding among nations? Do you promise to foster the study of foreign languages, literatures, and cultures of our international community? You may say, we do. And now, in the name of Mu Beta 250 chapters, I welcome you to Phi Sigma Iota. Felicitations. Now a little surprise for two members of Phi Sigma Iota last year who, nice picture. Two members of Phi Sigma Iota who were inducted last year, and because I never mailed the certificates, and because I wanted to give it today, I invite Jocelyn Wilson. She was inducted. Jocelyn was inducted in Spanish. Felicitaciones. And Alana Ziegler, who was inducted last year virtually, like everything else, in Russian and French. Felicitations. And now I invite Dr. Suzanne Del Guizo to induct the new members of Sigma Tau Delta.
Good evening. As the faculty advisor to Alpha Psi Beta, which is Chestnut Hill College's chapter of Sigma Tau Delta, the International English Honors Society, I am pleased to welcome you to this, our 14th induction ceremony for this particular honor society, although it's actually our 15th year in existence. We will, because of COVID, forever be off one in the future. Sigma Tau Delta is the largest member of the Association of College Honor Societies with over 600 active chapters. The Society's central purpose is to confer distinction on students of the English language and English literature in undergraduate, graduate, and professional studies. In order to be eligible for induction, students must be an English or English and writing major or minor, achieve a 3.0 GPA in the major or minor, and rank in the top 35% of their class. I am now pleased to welcome our new members. When I call your name, please come up to the podium to receive your certificate and pin. And I'm not really sure if both of the members are here. I haven't seen, but Amber Trimber? Oh, I forgot to switch the thanks. No, I think she was not able to make it in the end, but also Calvin Turner. Welcome, Calvin. Congratulations. If you could stand here for 1 minute. Okay, thanks. So inductee, you have the privilege of being a sole inductee. Will you now take the Sigma Tau Delta Oath of Membership? When I complete this statement, please say, I do. You will endeavor to advance the study of literature, to encourage worthwhile reading, to promote thoughtful written expression, and to foster a spirit of fellowship among students specializing in English language and literature, ever keeping in mind our international motto, sincerity, truth, design. Great. Thank you, Calvin. I am now pleased to invite Dr. Stephen Martin to the podium to induct new members of Theta Alpha Kappa.
Thank you, Suzanne, twice. I'm chairperson of the Department of Religious Studies and Philosophy and campus coordinator of our local chapter, Alpha Nu, of Theta Alpha Kappa, the National Honor Society for Religious Studies and Theology. It's my honor today to welcome you to the induction of our two new members. Theta Alpha Kappa was founded in 1976 for the purpose of honoring particularly excellent undergraduate students in the fields of theological and/or religious studies through encouraging, recognizing, and maintaining excellence within the academic profession as a whole in these studies and in undergraduate and graduate programs. Our local chapter is also responsible for nurturing excellence in these studies and honoring those who excel in them, as we are doing today. Induction to Theta Alpha Kappa requires nomination by our local chapter, and students must have a 3.5 GPA in religious studies and a 3.0 GPA overall. When I call your name of our two inductees, please come up to the podium to receive your certificate. Destiny and Josie. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't call your names. Destiny Bookman and Josie Wilson. This is hard to do with scripts that you didn't write. They're kind of given to you. Destiny and Josie, I'm going to state the Theta Alpha Kappa Oath of Membership, and after I do, please say we do, okay? I accept membership in Sigma Nu and Theta Alpha Kappa, and pledge to continue to foster insightful and generous religious understanding. You do, thank you. Please join me in a round of applause to congratulate and welcome the members.
Okay, so thank you again for joining us here tonight and being with us in person, which is a tremendous honor. Before we invite you to celebrate with us and enjoy some refreshments and take some photographs with your fellow inductees in the rotunda, I want to thank the housekeeping, catering, facilities, and AV staff who set up this experience for us. And I want to thank all of the advisors of each of the societies for their work organizing this event and for their care and mentorship of the students in their societies. So now, if we can, one more round of applause for all of our inductees and our guest speaker. Congratulations to you all. Have a great evening. Thank you.